Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we will be discussing the previous year question of paper 2 of LDCE exam for the year 2021-22, which was held in October 2023. In this video, the questions will be mostly on manual of office procedure. Some questions will be on GFR and housing rules. So let's begin this video. The first question is from manual of office procedure. So for that, I have referred to the CSMOP 16th edition, which is the latest MOP. So the first question says, aids to processing are tools of knowledge management used in the ministries and departments. Which one of the following aids to processing is a compilation consisting of three parts? So it's a definition of one of the aids, and we have to find which aid the definition refers to. So for that, we'll go to page number 149, and in paragraph 11.4 we'll see that standing guard file is a compilation of running summary, copy of decisions or orders, model forms of communication. And these are three parts which is being referred in the question. I've also noted down in the question paper these three parts for future reference. So option C is the right option. Question number 2 is again a very simple question, which is, which one of the following forms of communication shall be used for conveying the final orders in a disciplinary case? So we all know that it's an order, but still let's see the definition. So as per paragraph 5, order is used to convey financial sanctions and final orders in disciplinary cases. So this is the most general use of order type of communication. Next question, which one of the following statements in the context of record management is not correct? So again, this is a very important topic, and often students get confused because of a lot of factual data, and there's also some difference between the physical files and e-files in terms of record management, but here it is not referring to any particular type of file. So let's see these options. Before we read out the options, let's see on which page of MOP this topic has been explained. So when you see categorization of records in para 10.4, it says that there are three categories in which file can be recorded, which is category A, then category B, and then category C. So let's come back to the question. It is asking us which of the following statement is not correct. So statement A says that files can be recorded under any of the following four categories A to D. So now, as you have seen, there is no such category called D. There are only three categories, so definitely the statement is straight away wrong. But let's also check other three statements for more clarity. Statement B says the term keep and microfilm refers to category A files. Yes, so when we see subpara 1 of 10.4, it says that category A means keeping and microfilming. So statement B is right. Statement C says E files may be recorded under categories A and C. So for E files, let's go to the bottom of this page in MOP. It says that E files can be recorded under two categories, category A and category C. Therefore statement C is also right. Then statement C says some files can be kept without microfilming them. So is there any category? Yes. So category B in its definition says keep but do not microfilm. Therefore category B files are those which do not require microfilming. So statement D is also right, and the only statement which is incorrect is statement A. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Which one of the following statements regarding the cut motion is correct? So basically this question falls under economics also, polity also, budgeting, parliamentary procedure, but also in office procedure it has been discussed in a brief manner. So let's see the different type of cut motions and explanation of each one of them. So to answer this question, we will be referring to the original manual of parliamentary procedure of 2018 rather than CSMOP. So let's see each of the statement one by one. Statement A says disapproval of policy cut motion seeks to reduce the amount of the demand by 10 rupees. Now when we go to the MOP, it says that disapproval of policy cut reduces the amount by rupees 1. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement B says economic cut motion seeks to reduce the amount of the demand by rupees 100. As per para B, it is to reduce the amount by a specified amount. Therefore statement B is also incorrect. Token cut motion seeks to reduce the amount of the demand by rupees 1000 in order to ventilate a specific grievance. No, it only reduces the amount by rupees 100. So last statement should be correct, and let's see what it says. It says that the period of notice of a cut motion is 1 day before the day on which the demand to which it relates is due for consideration, but the Speaker of the Lok Sabha can waive it. Here this is correct. For that you have to refer to Lok Sabha rules or Rajya Sabha rules. We are not opening it here to save the time, and we have already seen that other three options A, B and C are incorrect. So the correct option is option D. Next question is again on e-office. In the context of e-office procedure, which of the following statement are not correct? Again it is asking incorrect statement. So again I will refer to this CSMOP PDF is here with us. Now in appendix 5.2, functions of CRU has been defined, which is CR registry or CR unit of a ministry. So let's read each statement of the question. The statement 1 says that CR unit of the ministry department is centrally responsible for scanning the DAC received in the physical form and diaries it into the system. So yes, as per the definition of CRU in this appendix, it is entrusted with the responsibility of receiving and registering DACs into electronic receipts and diarising them. So statement 1 is right. Statement 2 says if any enclosures to the DAC received in physical form are missing, then these can be called for telephonically or electronically. So on page number 43, if you go, in box E.5.10, so here as per the information contained in this box, it is saying that dealing officer is to use standalone dispatch facility to obtain the missing enclosures attachment. In case this responsibility is assigned to CRU, the missing enclosure attachment can be obtained in a shorter time. To achieve this, CRU has to be provided with an authorized email ID as indicated in this. So yes, it can be called for if the information is missing, enclosures are missing, it can be called for, and we can call telephonically, or we can use phone, or we can use other electronic means like email. Email is recommended because of it's a more formal communication. Now statement 3 says where voluminous books are received as annexures, the sender may be requested to send a soft copy or indicate the public website link from where it could be downloaded. So let's again move on to appendix 5.2. So in para 2 subpara B, it is saying that yes, when voluminous books, papers, etc. are sent as annexure, the sender can be requested to send a soft copy or indicate public website from where CRU can download it, so that it saves the time of CRU. Now statement 4 says after diarization, e-diarization, the physical DAC is to be sent to the record room. No. So in this case, why will it be sent to record room? It will send to the consent sections. It has gone to the system also, it has gone to the consent section also for further action. It will not be going to record room, the physical copy. So statement 4 is incorrect, hence the right answer is 4 only, because in question it is asking us which of the following statement is not correct. The right option is answer D. Question 6 is again on e-file numbering system and record management. Now for this, we would like our viewers to give us the answer to this question, rather source of this question. The correct answer is actually C. but we want you to post in comment box the correct source of this question. We'll be discussing it soon, but before that we want our viewers to come up with the right answer. Let's move on to the next question, which is related to Central Administrative Tribunal. Which one of the following is not a type of applications filed in CAT? For that we'll refer to ISTM notes on MOP. Let me open the PDF for you guys. Yes, so here we are at the source, which is ISTM MOP rules, and in this, when we go to page 137, 138, we can see the type of applications, in which we have review application in option C, then we have review petition for transfer, which is option B, we have civil contempt petition, which is option C. The only option which is not present here is modified application, which is not a type of application filed in CAT. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Let's go to next question, which is on public grievances redressal mechanism. Which of the following statements are correct in this regard? First is, a grievance lodged offline by post is required to be uploaded on CPgrams and an acknowledgement letter generated for sending to the citizen by post. Let's refer to MOP now. So friends, if you want to download these official resources, you can join our Telegram channel. The link is been given in description. We can share all the resources with you in that group, so that you don't have to worry about going to the correct website and referring to the correct source. You will get it from our Telegram group. So for statement 1 is given as an option in subpara E of 14.5, where CPgrams is described. It's a very important tool these days, where citizens can lodge their complaint or a grievance on a 24/7 government portal, and departments are under pressure to respond in a time-bound manner. So statement E says that in case of grievances is lodged offline by post, same is to be uploaded on the CPgrams portal, and acknowledgement letter has to be sent to the citizen by the post, because method of communication used by citizen is post. So statement 1 is the correct. Second statement says complaints sent by email should not be attended to for resolution. Now actually it is saying should be attended. So let's see what given in the PDF. In para 14.6, subpara 6 says any complaint sent by email will not be attended. Because we are now having a dedicated portal for lodging the complaint, so we will not attend to any complaint which is received by email, and statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3 says public grievance records are archived after a period of 5 years. So in para 14.5 subpara L, it says that yes, they will be archived after a period of 5 years. So record management has also been defined here. So statement 3 is also right. Statement 4 says the president secretariat is not integrated through CPgrams. So I don't think this is the right answer, but still let's read who all are part of CPgrams portal. So PMO, President's Secretariat, Directorate of Public Grievances, Cabinet Secretariat, DARPG, and the Pensioners portal have been integrated through CPgrams. So a citizen can lodge their grievance to a specific authority, even till PM President level, through this portal. And statement 4 is also wrong. So the only statement correct are 1 and 3. Right answer is T. Again in question 9, they are asking about which of the following are central public sector enterprises. So I am discussing this question not referring to any particular source. Let's solve it by general logic also. Now we also know that CPSEs have a parent ministry or department. So if we apply some common sense in this question, if the ONGC will come under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, as the name suggests, so it's a CPSE. Now again, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is definitely related to Ministry of Defense, that produces most of the defense equipment. LIC and DIAL. So after selecting option 2 and 3 as correct options, we can see that we are left with only two choices, either A or C. In A we have 2, 3, 4, and in C we have 2 and 3 only. Now we'll again select This Delhi International Airport Limited. So if you'll go to the website of Delhi Airport, you will see that Airport Authority of India, which is a government body, owns only 26% of the stake. It has been privatized to a large scale because more than 51% of the shares are being owned by GMR Infra. Hence, it is not a CPSE. So we can eliminate option B from here. Similarly, Life Insurance Corporation does not fall under any government authority. It has also been privatized. So right answer is option 2 and 3 only. Government has reduced its stake and insurance has been privatized to a large extent. It's not even 15% now. Maybe government is allowing even 75% private shareholding in these authorities, organizations. It's also called disinvestment to a larger scale. And a lot of political debate has been going on these issues. Question 10 says, consider the following statements regarding guidelines on noting. So every aspirant should know how to do a noting and what is the right procedure, basics of noting, which pen to use, which site to use. Let's go to page 77 to learn more about noting. So chapter 7 is on guidelines on noting. So statement 1 says that noting is remarks recorded on a case to facilitate its disposal. So this is the very definition of note as given in subpara 1 of 7.1. Hence this is correct. Statement 2 says a note should have verbatim reproduction. Actually this is what we have to avoid while making notes. When we'll cover this noting and drafting series, we'll see that how we can avoid the reproduction and can bring out the information given to us in a meaningful manner so as to facilitate the decision making by our superiors. So a note should not have verbatim reproduction, and it is also given in 7.2 para 3 that a note should be concise and to the point. Lengthy notes should be avoided. Paraphrasing and reproduction should be avoided. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3 says a note can be written in green ink by the staff and officers of all categories. So for that we'll see para 8. It says that only blue and black ink should be used by all category of staffs and officers. No other ink like red or green. What happens in office is a different aspect, but as per the rule, as per the guidelines, blue and black inks is what permitted for all category of staff and officers. Therefore this is also incorrect. Statement 4 says the replacement or modification of the notes which have already been recorded on a file when the file has been further noted upon by others is not permitted. So this is true, and we can check this in 7.13. and page number 85. Yes, some modification of notes or order. So even if some modification has to be made, the senior officer to whom the note has been put up will put his changes, put his remarks, even in contravention to or contrary to what the junior officer has reported in the note. But no editing or modification is allowed on the note recorded by one officer. Hence this is also right. So right answer is 1 and 4 only, that is option A. Question 11 is on parliamentary questions. For this we will again refer to ISTM notes. We'll go to page number 67. Here we have been given the conditions for admissibility of questions. Let's start with statement number 4. Questions originally asked in Hindi is identified by a dagger mark. So here 68, on page 68 in subpara E, it is written that a dagger mark indicated that the original question is in Hindi, so it is right. Statement 3 says not more than 5 including one start question distinguished by a strict by the same member can be placed on the list of questions for oral answer on any one day. Quite a lot of factual information in the option, but still it is covered in subpara F that not more than 5 including one start question can be asked by so and so. So option 3 is also right. Statement 2, a member of parliament can ask a question on a matter which is not primarily the concern of the government of India. Actually this is a very basic statement. Question can only be asked on a matter which is concern of government of India. So the para 7 says it shall not relate to any matter which is not concern of government. So this is wrong. So we have seen that statement 2 is wrong. If we go by the route of elimination, we can clearly eliminate option number 2 and option number 3, that is B and C, because both of the options contain 2 as the right statement. So we are only left with 1 and 3 and 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 we have already seen it's right. Let's also read out statement 1 for clarity. So statement 1 says unstart questions are required to be answered orally on the floor of the house by the minister concerned. No, these are the start questions, and that's why when the information regarding start questions is asked, the department has to furnish the same in a very short span of time, because they have to be answered orally and live recording of parliament is going on. So these are the questions which has higher priority. So after question 11, let's move on to question number 12. Consider the following statements regarding the financial sanctions. Again, let's refer to page 54. In chapter 5, financial sanctions have been covered. Here drafting of sanctions, and then we have a limitation of powers to sanction expenditure. All these have been covered. So para 1 says that, let's read out the statement 1. Residuary financial powers have been laid out in delegation of financial power rules. So MOP says that all financial powers not specifically delegated to any authority by DFPR are known as residuary financial powers. So in the definition itself it is saying that they are not part of DFPR and such powers are vested in finance ministry. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 says the expenditure from public money is guided by the standards of financial propriety indicated in rule 21 of GFR. So in para 2 subpara B it says that expenditure from public money is guided by standards of financial propriety indicated in GFR. That is right. Statement 3 says all financial sanctions issued by the Department of Government should be addressed to account officer if any payment is to be made on the authority of such sanctions. So for this we'll refer to page number 55, subpara 3 A and subpara 1. So this is also correct. Statement 4 says copies of sanctions related to creation of posts are required to be endorsed to the audit officer. So this looks incorrect. For that we will have to refer to rule 29 9C 11C of GFR. So these it is mentioned specifically that which sanctions will go to audit officer and which sanctions are not required to be sent to audit officer, and creation of post sanctions are not required to be sent to audit officer, and statement 4 is incorrect. You can refer to rule 29 of GFR for more information, and right options are 2 and 3 only. So C is the right answer in this case. Question 13 says which of the following statements are correct. So the first statement is the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the President of India. Actually it is totally incorrect. It is responsible to the Lok Sabha, not President. These are the basic questions. I am not going into the source because you can find them in polity book, you can find them in MOP, multiple places. Second question option is disagreement in case where subject matter concerns to more than one department will be put up before the committee or cabinet committee for decision. So yes, the transaction of business rules 1961, the para 4 mentions about the interdepartmental consultation and the situation where such consultation has to be done. So this is incorrect. State Standing Finance Committee of a ministry department is headed by Secretary Expenditure. So here you have to go to DFPR. On page 79 you will see the composition of Standing Finance Committee. So actually when Standing Finance Committee of a department or ministry is made, it will be headed by Secretary of Administrative Ministry itself. So for Ministry of Power, it will be headed by Secretary Power. Statement 4 says legislative proposals of a ministry that need Parliament's approval are to be approved by the Cabinet. This is also true. If you go on Cabinet Notes Handbook, you will find that if some legislative proposal is requiring Parliament's approval, it will first be approved by the Cabinet. So statement 2 and 4 are right, hence the right answer is C, 2 and 4 only. Which one of the following statements is correct? The President shall address both houses of the Parliament at the commencement of every session. No, it is incorrect. It's not every session. It is first session after general election and first session after the budget. Let's go to page 62. So here it is written that first session after each general election and at the commencement of first session of each year, generally after budget, the President will address both the houses of Parliament. They will be assembled together, so it's a joint sitting. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement option B is saying the quorum to constitute a meeting of Lok Sabha is 1/10 of the total number of members of Lok Sabha, excluding the speaker of the or the presiding officer of the time. So actually it is not 1/10, it is 1/3. Yes, it is 1/10, but the word excluding is problematic here. Actually, in case of Rajya Sabha, the chairman is not a member, but in case of Lok Sabha, speaker or presiding officer is the member of the house, so he or she is also part of the calculation, and statement B is also incorrect. Statement C says bills can be introduced only by the minister on the Lok Sabha. No, there are two kinds of bills. One is government bill and another is private member bill. So the private member bill is bill which is being introduced by any member who is not a minister. That's a private member bill. So statement C is also incorrect. Going back to statement 2, here it is saying that 1/10. So this 1/10 word is required when 1/3 word is required when we are doing a ministry, the committee of Parliament, like Committee on Women Child Welfare. So when parliamentary committee meeting is questioned and the quorum is to be decided, then 1/3 of the total number of members need to be present. For sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, 1/10 is the number of members who has to be present for meeting to begin or sitting to be done. Statement D says the Appropriation Act secures the expenditure of each grant upon the service for which the grant is made. So that is also correct. Hence we are only left with right answer, which is D. All other statements are incorrect. Question number 16 says which one of the following statements regarding the Government of India TOB rules is not correct? So for that we have to refer to page 33, which gives brief description of this TOB rules. So the statement 1 says these rules apply to the conduct of sovereign monetary transactions between the Government of India and other countries. So it is not defined in TOB rules, but as additional information, I would like to tell you that this is part of FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, and Foreign Exchange Management Act. So these are not part of TOB rules. Statement 2 says these rules seek to define the obligation of each department in the matter of disposal of businesses allotted to it. Yes. So this is the first para which describes the TOB rules. Statement 3 says these rules specify the classes of cases to be submitted to the President, Prime Minister, the Cabinet or its committees for prior approval. Yes, the para 5, subpara 1 defines this condition. Statement 4 says these rules specify the circumstances in which the department primarily concerned with the business under disposal will have to consult other departments concerned and secure their concurrence before taking final decision. So in previous question we were talking about interdepartmental consultation, which has been defined in TOB rules. So this is again a repetition of the same. And subpara 2 of para 5 says yes, circumstances in which department has to consult other departments before taking final decision. So this is also part of TOB rules. So the only incorrect statement is 1, hence the right answer is A, 1 only. Now we have some questions from GFR. We are left with 4 more questions in this video. So question 17 says a financial sanction issued by one of the departments of the government did not mention the period for which it was valid. Now in the circumstances, which one of the following statements shall be valid? It will lapse if full or part payment is not made during 12 months from the date of issue. So if you go to GFR rule 30, it says about lapse of sanctions. So I am not opening GFR here. This question is a repeat and it was repeated multiple times in this paper itself, and it was repeated in 2023 also. This is a very prominent theme in LDCE exam. So option A is the right option. Just 12 months. Now again coming back to ISTM. Question 18. Which one of the following statements regarding the 0R is not correct? So for that we'll go to page 65. So 0R is where members are allowed to raise matters of urgent public importance after the questionnaire, and this is a tool which is available in both the houses. So let's see which of the statement is not correct. So both houses of parliament have 0R. Yes, both houses has 0R. Statement B says members are allowed to raise matters of urgent public importance. Yes, again it is also true. 0R follows the questionnaire. Yes, it is after questionnaire. And statement D says 0R refers to the period when no business is transacted in the house. No, this is incorrect. When we are raising the matters of urgent public importance, we are actually discussing or we are actually transacting the business. So but UPSC is actually not given any correct answer for this question. It's key because maybe UPSC do not consider, or as per the official rules, when some urgent public importance matter is raised and there is no discussion on legislation or bills, it is not made part of parliament. So therefore this answer is marked incorrect. So for me the business is being transacted but not any bills are being discussed. So let's go by UPSC's correct answer, which is none of the options are right or none of the option is incorrect, because the question is asking the statement which is incorrect. Again let's move on to the next question. The executive power of the Union of India formally vests in. So this is a very tricky question. It is asked every time because the word formally and the verb actually has two different meanings. So formally it is president because every action is taken by president, but the real power is in the hands of prime minister and its cabinet. So formally the executive power of government of India is vested in president. It is part of MOP rules. It is part of polity. This question is part of ISTM MOP. So right answer is P. The last question of this video is on leave rules. The special casual leave can be granted to government servants for which of the following purposes. So if we'll go to DOPT website and open leave rules there, in category special casual leave you can find that all these schemes mentioned here, like attending coaching camps under Rajkumari Amrit Kaur coaching scheme, training with PNT units of Territorial Army, training as a member of St. John Ambulance Brigade, on donating blood to recognized blood banks on a working day. For all these activities, special casual leave is permitted. Hence, the right answer is 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are many more such activities, and I recommend you going through all those activities, because in next paper, this question can be repeated with a different set of activities. So in this video we'll be closing it here itself, and stay tuned for more such videos. You can subscribe to our channel and like this video. You can also join our Telegram channel for more updates, and if you want us to make video on a particular topic, you can drop a comment or directly message us in Telegram group. Till then, thank you. Have a good day.